Chronic pain, the inner demon. Back with another one. Now, folks, this is the bottom of the ocean where the Titanic resided for over 100 years. Take a listen to Stockton Rush, how you want to remember. Folks, take a listen while you're watching.
I'd like to be remembered as an innovator. I think it was General MacArthur said, "You're remembered for the rules you break." And, I've broken some rules to make this. I think I've broken them with logic and good engineering behind me. The carbon fiber and titanium, there's a rule you don't do that. Well, I did. I'd like to be remembered as an innovator. I think it was General MacArthur said, "You're remembered for the rules you break." And, I've broken some rules to make this. I think I've broken them with logic and good engineering behind me. The carbon fiber and titanium, there's a rule you don't do that. Well, I did.
This is what it looks like, the bottom of the ocean. Where the Titan resides. Take a look, folks.
I'd like to be remembered as an innovator. I think it was General MacArthur said, "You're remembered for the rules you break." And, I've broken some rules to make this. I think I've broken them with logic and good engineering behind me. The carbon fiber and titanium, there's a rule you don't do that. Well, I did. I'd like to be remembered as an innovator.
Bottom of the ocean. That's OceanGate. Wow, that's the explosion. You see, folks? That was the explosion. Did you see it? Did you see the explosion of OceanGate? Millimeters of a second, OceanGate went up in a big explosion. This is the trenches, very serious trenches.
Shouldn't have been doing what it was doing. I think that's pretty clear. I wish I had been more vocal about that, but I think I was unaware that they weren't certified because I wasn't really studying it. I wasn't really interested. Stockton Rush asked me if I wanted to go out there and dive. I wasn't interested. There was a lot of concern about this outfit and this sub. A lot of concern, even to the extent that I wasn't involved in it because I was making Avatar 2 at the time, but a lot of them got together and wrote a letter to OceanGate and said, "You have to certify. You cannot take people down. It's irresponsible, and it could lead to catastrophe." Monday morning, when I first found out about the incident, community, within an hour and a half, I had the following information. They were on descent. They were at 3,500 feet. They lost comms and tracking. The last one being the critical one, because the transponder that's used to track a sub during descent and on the bottom is a fully autonomous system. It's in its own pressure housing and it has its own battery power. So for them to lose comms and tracking at the same time, sub was gone. There was no question in my mind. For days, I tried to run other scenarios that could account for it. I could come up with nothing. So the next thing I did was contacted a few more people and managed to track down, there are acoustic networks around. Some are research, some are intelligence. We got confirmation within an hour that there had been a loud bang at the same time that that comms were lost. A loud bang on the hydrophones, loss of transducer or transponder, loss of comms. I knew what happened. Sub imploded. I sent emails to everybody I know. I said, "We've lost some friends. The sub has imploded. It's on the bottom in pieces right now." I never believed in that technology of wound carbon fiber, wound filament, cylindrical hull. I thought it was a horrible idea. I wish I'd spoken up, but I assumed somebody was smarter than me, because I'd never experimented with that technology, but it just sounded bad on its face because we make pressure hulls out of contiguous material: steel, titanium, ceramic, acrylic. And so you can model it, you can do finite element analysis of it, and you understand the yield properties, you understand the number of cycles that it can take. But you can't do that with a composite material because it's two dissimilar materials, sort of bonded together. And so we all knew that the danger was delamination and fatigue, what they call cycling fatigue. And we knew that if the sub passed its pressure test, it wasn't going to fail on the first dive. It might fail on dive 7, or I don't know what they're at, but it's going to fail over time, which is insidious. You don't get that with steel or with titanium. Now there's one wreck lying next to the other wreck for the same damn reason.
Folks, that was the man that made the movie Titanic. Yes, folks, he tells you the truth. That was the man who made the movie Titanic. James Cameron. That was the voice of James Cameron, the man that made the movie The Titanic. He was, a little bit about the ocean and also the danger and pressure down below where reside the Titanic. So just like he said, there's two catastrophe in the same area for the same damn reason. Yes, folks, this is absolutely insane, but I do understand exploration brings forth great science at times. So I do believe in exploration, but in a safe way. Exploration in a safe way saves lives. Not bragging, not boasting, not rushing, because this is where you end up when you rush, you brag, you boast, you don't go through regulations. It could cause serious catastrophe. My heart goes out to all the people who lost their lives. Seriously, my heart goes out to all of you guys. This is serious pain for our families to bear. So my heart goes out to you. OceanGate. I wonder if OceanGate will survive this and move on with their research when it comes on to exploration of the ocean. Because this is a serious implosion. Look at that. Chronic pain, the inner demon. Like, share, subscribe to the machine. One love. Peace, everybody. OceanGate, the last time you see it, when it was holed, you saw the way it went up in pieces. Yes, folks, you see the trenches, the Mariana Trenches, out there close to the Philippines, in Guam. Yes, folks, it's not an easy place. Not an easy place to navigate. One love. Peace, everybody.